Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Misty. Thank you for clicking on and watching this video. It truly means the world to me. For today's video, I am going to be doing Tati Beauty. I am going to be using the Blendiful. I purchased 2 packs of them. I opened up one of the packs last night for a video, just my purchases for the month. I have not used these yet. So to give you a little bit of detail about the Blendiful, a pack that consists of a larger one that fits in the palm of my hand, a little larger than the palm of my hand, and then it's more flexible. If you can see, it's not as stiff. And then you do get the heart one. This one is stiff, more padding to it or something. I know this was meant to do just brief little touch-ups during the day, carry it in your purse. Each pack is $18. I purchased 2. I made my purchase on January 24th. It shipped on January 29th, and I received it on January 31st. I paid $2.95 in shipping. Now I'm going to go and do description of the product based on what Tati Beauty's website states. I'm also going to go into some disclaimers, so just bear with me. The description on the Tati Beauty website states that the Blendiful can be used with liquid and powder products. There are tips on this site as well on how to use it and everything else, just step-by-step pictures. And then I did watch the video that Tati, or Glam Life Guru, came out with regarding the Blendiful, and I will link that down below. Now, here comes my little disclaimer. I bought this. I paid out of my own pocket. I'm not affiliated with Tati Beauty in any way, shape, or form. I am doing this video as a first impression. I have not used these products at all. Now, I have and always will continue to give you my 100% honest opinion based on this product and any other products that I use on my channel. I don't care whose name is on the product. If it's a bad product, any of them. I mean, you've got so many influencers that come out with things. I'm going to let you know exactly what I think of it based on the product and not anyone's name attached to it. Now, these type of products are not revolutionary, nor are they new to the market. Tati didn't come up with these. When Tati had the video with this launch, she made me think, and I had never ever really thought about using any of my velour. The thought never occurred to me to use my velour puffs as a tool to apply my primers and my liquid foundation or my cream products. I always used my velour puff as a tool to put my powder on once my face was complete, or even after foundation had been placed. I do have one that I used on a regular basis, and this is from Linda Hallberg. I do have to clean this. The first product I'm going to use my Blendiful on is my Becca Anti-fatigue Under Eye Primer. I'm almost out of this one as well, so I'm going to have to repurchase. I do have a backup one. Usually when I open the backup one is when I buy a new one. I'm just going to press this under my eyes. It's nice and evenly dispersed. So now I'm going to go ahead and use my Tatcha, the silk canvas. I use this part for my Becca under eye primer. I'm just going to bend it slightly, and then I am just dabbing this into my Tatcha silk canvas primer, and I'm going to go right where I have issues, which would be my nose and my cheeks. Right here on my chin. And then I'm putting a little bit up here, and then I'm rubbing in some more on my cheeks. It's looking very good. So I got my primer on. It seemed to apply better, but we'll see how it all goes together. It appears to have been applied better further into the skin. I'm impressed. And then today, the foundation I'm going to use is my Guerlain in the shade 02N. I'm going to put some on my little broken tray. I should buy a new one, but you know what? It's very functional this way. So now for this, I am flipping it over to this side, and I want to be able to get some good control. So I'm going to bend it. I'm dabbing into my product, and I'm just going to press into the skin. I'm going to look in my 15x mirror. I missed a spot there. So the coverage is decent. It took me a little longer to use the Blendiful for my foundation than if I would have used a brush. I have not used this before, so I can't say that it's going to take longer take this long each day. I think once you start getting the hang of it, especially when you're not trying to do a very thorough review, it will go a lot quicker. But time will tell, and of course I will leave any updates below. And then she was talking about how awesome it was for her concealer and under eye setting powder. So what I'm going to do is I need to use some concealer. I have a couple of spots that look I am using my Pretty Vulgar in the shade Little White Lies, I believe. I typically don't wear too much concealer. And right next to the spot that I use for my foundation, I'm going to use it for my concealer. And actually, I'm going to hold it this way because I am not liking trying to keep it on my hand with that strap. I do get closer to my lash line with this than I typically do with a brush. So I am going to use a powder product right now, and I am just going to flip this the other way and use the side that hasn't had any product put on it. I am using my Becca Under Eye Brightening Powder. I'm going to put a little bit of that on this lid. I'm going to make sure I don't have any creases going on. And I do not. So I'm just going to use this end. I'm going to dip into my powder. I'm just going to set that under eye. Very nice. Now I'm going to use my Sisley of Paris loose setting powder in the shade 1 Irisee. I've got some right there. I am going to go ahead and dip in with this end. I'm going to try to use this for my Pure Cosmetics Bronzing Act in the shade Light. And this is a powder product. I'm just buffing that in there. And we'll see how this goes. Okay, it's going on nice. To the other side. My forehead. I feel that this dispersed my bronzer very nicely. Okay, now I am going to flip it back to the way it was originally. With my new Natasha Denona Love Glow palette, I'm going to dip into this cream shade, which is the Glow Cream Base. I'm putting this on my cheeks. Very pretty. Flipping it over once again. I'm going to dip into the diamond powder, that bright pink. Gently tapping because this is pretty potent. And try to get that worked in a little bit better. And then the other side. All right, I do like the way that that came out. Now with the little itty bitty baby one, this little heart-shaped one, I am going to dip into Glow Impact Powder. Right here, I'm going to use this as my highlighter. Now I am going to go ahead and use my Guerlain Meteorites. These are in number 2, Clair. I am going to use my brush for this because I do buff everything together. I think it will be easier for me with the brush. What do I think of this Blendiful? I think it's ingenious that she recommended using this for liquid product. I know that my Tatcha silk canvas went in the skin deeper, thus smoothing this area out for me a bit. I didn't mind applying it with my foundation. However, I find it easier to do my foundation with a brush, and that could be just due to this being so new. I'm not used to using a puff in that manner. So I'm going to continue using this as my tool for my liquid foundation and see how I like it. I'll do a follow-up. As far as the cream products, it really did a good job by putting that base down for my Natasha Denona Love Glow. And then even using the powder for the blush on top, the pink diamond, it dispersed it very nicely and it doesn't look cakey or overdone. The little heart is really cute, and it I got it to apply my highlighter very well. So here's my final thoughts. I like these, but again, like I said, I've used a velour puff in the past. These are nice for being $18, and you do get two. They're machine washable. Throw them in a lingerie bag, or you can wash them in the sink, and then you can also blow dry them with it set far away. Do I think that you should purchase these? Only if you want to try something different. Like I said, this did push my primer in further into the skin. My under eyes are really smooth. It did a really good job with my concealer. My foundation went on very nice. It did take a little bit longer for me. Again, I'm not used to this, so I don't know if it's just because this is relatively new, but I will keep you posted if I can get this to work a little bit faster as far as applying my foundation. If you have the money and you want to get some velour puffs, these are very nice. They're not bad at all. The puffs are really hard to find. I don't ever see any in any of the beauty stores here in Omaha. I know you have to buy them online. I know that Amazon has had them in the past. So yes, I think that these are worth the $18. I am going to wash these in just a little bit, and I will come back to let you know how they cleaned up. Anyway, I do appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Thank you so much. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys. Much love. Right after I signed off on that video, I went ahead and washed these Blendifuls from Tati Beauty. Here's the other pack that's not open. I used my Beauty Blender Solid cleanser on both of these. I did it by hand and then delicately cleansed it, kind of like this. I did both sides, so I flipped it. It's half dry already. And then I did the same with this one. Then once it was clean, I kind of squeezed it between my hands, and then I got it on a towel and then pressed the other part of the towel on there just to get the moisture out. It's clean. I'll show you. You saw that I used it for my foundation and everything else. So I am very impressed. And then this one is clean as well. I used it on this side. There is no product left on this.